Now, we can create custom fields. We can create the custom fields in 3 different ways. First one is standard navigation. Second one is schema. Third one is metadata SOAP API web service. So these are the 3 ways in which we can create the field. So in how many ways we can create the fields? In 3 ways we can create the fields. Now look at the format. First one, standard navigation. Now let us look at the navigation. Standard navigation, classic. Setup, build, create, setup, build, create, objects, object name, custom fields and relation, so what is the standard navigation we had? Setup, build, create, objects, object name, custom fields and relation, new. This is the standard navigation what we had. Setup, build, create, objects, object name, custom fields and relation, new. This is the standard navigation what we had. Now, if you go with this, setup, build, create, objects, choose the objects what we have, customer, custom fields and relations. Then, what is the step number 1 we had? Choose the data type. Step number 1, choose the data type. Now all these are data types. We have seen only a couple of them. Choose the data type. So I am choosing text as a data type. Last name. Length, I give 80 characters. Now, do you want to make it required? If you say required, we get a red symbol like this. Now, is it unique? You want the value to be unique? If you say value to be unique, then it is asking, is it a case sensitive? When it is a case sensitive, already I have a record with Satish like this. Now, can I enter a data with a name called Satish? Already there is a record with a name called Satish, S capital. Now, can I enter the data like Satish, S small? Both of them are same or unique. So, if you say it is a case sensitive, both of them are unique. If you say they are not case sensitive, both of them are same. Now, it is asking, is it a case sensitive or unique? Is it a case sensitive or unique? Now, it is asking whether it is a case sensitive or a unique. Now, I am giving, boss, treat capital ABC, small ABC as a duplicate, which means it is a case sensitive. Okay, as a duplicate. Now, it is a case insensitive. Treat capital ABC and small ABC as different, case sensitive. Now, don't touch any other things, just enter the field details. Next, save. Just give next and save. Then go to customer, click on new. What you are able to see? Last. Now, how I am creating? Setup, build, create, objects, choose the object, new, then we have text, first name, next. I am not touching any other property. Data type, field details, next, and save. Once you create the field, because it is a custom field, we have underscore C. Because it is a custom field, we have underscore C. Now, new, data type, name we told, phone number, next, phone, next. Similarly, how will you create the next one? I want to create email. So take email, next, next. Once again, navigation, setup. Once again, navigation, setup, last. Setup, build, create, objects, choose the object. Now we had new, then choose the data type, customer, currency I have chosen, currency, then salary, next. I hope you have followed my points. So what I'm doing, choose the data type, enter the details, next, save. I hope you are good. Clear for everyone? Okay. Now we can also do this in the second format. What is the second format? Setup, build, schema builder, what is the object we are choosing? Customer object. We are a customer object. Then we are going with the elements. Right. Once again, setup, build, schema builder, choose the object name, click on auto layout, we are going to get this. Then go to elements, then we have checkbox, drag and drop, active, date of birth, then we are going to get email, number, age, then I have some other data like own house, then we had address. What I'm doing, simply dragging and we are dragging and dropping it. Choose the data type, drag and drop. Are you getting my point here? Choose the data type, drag and drop. Are you clear about this? Okay. Now, if you are creating the fields using a schema builder, the fields will not be displayed on the output screen. Now we have created a own house, address, okay, active, date of birth. We have created all those fields. Are you able to see those fields here? No. If you build the fields using schema builder, they will not be added on the UI. We have to write extra steps to add them to the UI. Straight away, the fields will not be added on the UI. If you go with the standard navigation, what will happen? fields will be added on the UI. If you go with a standard navigation, automatically fields will be added to the UI. But if you go with schema builder, fields will not be added on the UI. If I go with a schema builder, fields will not be added on the UI. Fields will not be added on the UI. I hope you are clear. So if you go with a schema builder, what will happen? Fields are not added to the UI. Are you clear about this? Clear? So how many ways we can create? 3 ways. Declarative ways, 2. Programmatical is 3rd. I gave all the 3 points because as a certification they'll ask you in how many ways we can create. So I have put all the points at one location. So in how many ways we can create? Standard navigation, schema builder, then metadata SOAP API. Now, if I want to create one field, one by one field I want to create. If I want to create one by one field, then I'll go with a schema builder. So that if I want to create a group of fields, schema builder, create all the fields first. Then we will decide how to show. If it is one by one field, use a standard navigation and create it. I hope you are good with this. Everyone is good with this? Okay. Now, look at the format. Now, at the same time, I want to understand next level of fields. So, we have seen checkbox, number, currency, date, date time, okay, email, phone number, everything is good, right? Everyone is good with this? Okay. Now, how do you create fields using Lightning? This is the classic standard navigation, the classic, and schema builder. Similarly, in the Lightning, how do you create? Switch to Lightning. How do you create them in the Lightning? How to create them in the Lightning? So let us go to the Lightning. Setup, then platform, platform tools, object and fields, setup, platform tools, objects and fields, object manager, then choose the object, customer, then what are you finding here? Fields and relations. Here I am going to enter the fields here. Then what is that? New, choose the data type, phone, next, alternate number, next, right boss? So what is the navigation? Setup, platform tools, object and fields, object manager, choose the object, fields and relation. I hope you are good with this. Right. Now, let me give you classic. In the Lightning, setup, platform tools, then objects and fields, object manager, object, fields and relation. Then what is the step 1? Step 1, choose the data type. Step 2, enter the field details. Step 3, next. Step 4. Next. As of now, we are not learning what is that next. Right now, we are giving next and right. Every custom field will have underscore. Every custom field will have underscore C appended. Every custom field will have underscore C appended to the name. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now let us go to the next one. This is the way of creating the fields. The second step is what? Schema builder. How do you create the fields using schema builder? In the classic, what is the navigation we had? Setup, build, then schema builder, choose the object, click on auto layout, then choose the elements, drag and drop. Now same lightning, in the lightning also we can create using schema builder. So in the lightning, how will you create? Now go to object manager. On the object manager, what are you finding here? Schema builder. Choose the object and create it. So what is the navigation in the schema builder? In the lightning, setup, platform tools, objects and object manager. Then we are going to use schema builder. This is how we are creating the objects. I hope you are good with this. Right. Now what is the third way? Using metadata SOAP API website. There is a programmatical integration format. Okay. Till here everyone is good? Clear for everyone? Okay. Let us look at the next data type. What is the next data type we have? Pick list. What is a pick list? Pick list is a drop down list. Now pick list is a drop down list. Look at this. This is what? Pick list. Drop down list we are giving. It is a pick list. Drop down list. This is what? Pick list. How to create pick list fields? How to create pick list fields in the object? Now there is a couple of critical points on the pick list. Let us understand those points first. If I give city as a pick list field, none we have. When I choose this, we are getting here. So we are going to give we have the option. Drop down list, we are getting option. First one is how many options we can enter? It is a drop down list. So how many options we can enter? 1000 options. How many options I can give? 1000 options I can give. What is the maximum length of each option? Each option can be 255 characters. All options together What is the maximum length? All options together, what is the maximum length? 15,000 characters. All options together, what is the maximum length? 15,000 characters. All options together, how many characters? 15,000 characters. All the options together, how many characters? 15,000 characters. Are you getting my point? Okay. Then next. Now, how many options we can select at a time? How many options we can select at a time? One option. Only one option we can select at a time. Can we sort the options? Can we sort them? Yes. We can get the options alphabetically. Now, pick list means drop down list, where I can give 1000 option. Length of each option can be 255 characters. All options together it can be 14,000. Okay, 15,000 characters. What does it mean? Now we had an option. What is the length of this option? Three characters. All options together, what is the length? All options together, the length is all options together it can be 13 characters. Right. Can we sort them alphabetically? Yes. We get Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune. Now, what is the default option? What is the default option? What is the default option? None is the default option. No, I don't want to have a none. First option should be a default option. So whenever I open, I should not get none. I have to get Hyderabad as a default option. Yes, we can choose Hyderabad as a default option. I can make any one of the option as default. So when I open the record, by default, what will be selected? The first value will be selected. Are you getting my point? So choose the first value as default value. Okay. Now, are you clear about this? So pick list is what? A drop down list where I can enter 1000 options at a time. Maximum 255 characters is the length. All the options together it can be 15,000 characters, and we can sort the options. We can sort the options. We can sort the options. Right. Now let us go with this. Now let me create the updations here. What is the data type we had? It is a drop down list. It is a drop down list. It is a drop down list. We can select only one option. We can select only one option at a time. How many options we can enter? We can enter 1000 options. Maximum length of each option. Maximum length of each option. Maximum length of each option is 255 characters. All options together, maximum length is all options together, maximum length is 15,000 characters. All options together, maximum length is 15,000 characters. We can sort the values alphabetically. We can make the first option as default option. We can make first option as default option. I hope you are clear. So this is a pick list. At a time, how many options we can select? One option. What if you want to select more than one option? At a time, we can only select one option. At a time, if you want to select more than one option, what is the concept we have? Then we have multi-select. Pick list, multi-select. When I say pick list, multi-select, now we are going to have like this. This is a multi-select, where I can select more than one option at a time. Multi-select means where we can select more than one option at a time. If you start listening to the class, you'll follow. Stop looking at the materials. They are given for reference. Right. Materials will be with you only. You can write a home, keep at your desk. You can read it later. Right. Listen to the conversation. First, you need to get out of your JNTU attitude. Right. Then you'll be learning. Right. So, still don't behave like a students. Gain the professionalism. Right. Now, look at the format. What we are doing here, we are going with multi-select pick list. When I say multi-select pick list, I am giving an options here. So how many options I can select? I can select more than one option. Now when you say more than one option, how many options? I can select 100 options at max. First question, how many options we can enter? How many options we can enter? Answer is 150 options. How many options we can enter? 150 options. Then, how many options we can select? So it is 100 options we can select. What is the length of each option? What is the maximum length of each option? 40 characters. All options together, we can have maximum length of 1500. All options together, we can have a maximum length of 1500. So what was that? Multi-select pick list. When I say multi-select pick list, we will be able to select more than one option. Maximum number of options what we can enter is 150. How many we can select? 100. Length of each option is 40. All options together it can be 1500 characters. I hope you are good with this. Right. So let me give you it is also a pick list. It is used to select more than one option at a time. Now, how many options we can enter? We can enter 150 options in multi-select. At max, we can select 100 options. At max, we can enter 100 option. Length of each option. Forty characters. All options together. Maximum length is 300 characters. Right. This is how we have created. So quick list and multi-select quick list. So let us see this. Let me create these quick list fields. Setup, build, create, objects, customer, new. What is the data type we had? Quick list. Choose the data type as quick list. Now, type of customer. Customer type, enter the values. Now we have use global pick list. Second one we have enter the values. When you say enter the values, personal, it can be a personal customer or it can be a corporate customer. Display the values alphabetically. Use the first value as default value. No. Next. Next. We got it. Type, corporate and personal. Now we are giving this. Let us say we have a city field. City pick list field is there. The same city pick list field is also available on payments. Same city pick list field is also available on course. Now I want to have a pick list field in which I am going to have 4 options. Same option should be there in course. Same option should be there in the payment object. That means options what I created should be same in all the 3 fields. All the 3 fields should have same option. If I remove one option here, in all the 3 fields, option should be removed. Are you getting my point? Wherever I am keeping a city, wherever I am using a city, same option should come. If I add any new city, that value should be added. If I remove a city, value should be removed. So how to maintain? Now I don't want to go to every field and modify. There is a city field in account object, contact object, opportunity object, customer object. In 4 objects, I have a field called city. In the city field, same list of options I want to have. I want to have same list of options. When I want to have same list of options, how will you control it? Now I can create them separately. But if I create them separately, what will happen? If I want to add a new option, I have to go to every field and add an option. If I want to remove a field, I have to go to every field, remove the option, which I don't want. I want to control from a particular position. So look at this. Setup, build, create. Then we had build, create, global. What was that? Not global action. Labels, log layout, objects, quick list. Sorry, they modified it here. It is a quick list value set. Quick list value set. Quick list value set. Cities I am giving. I entered. Display the values alphabetically. You can make the first value as default if you want. So what did I do? I created a set of options. Now go to the customer. new. What is the field? Next, use the global pick list value set. Pick list value set. What is the value set? Whatever the options are given in the cities, use the same options. Next, either I can enter my own values or I can choose global pick list set. I can define the options in the pick list set. I can use the same options. So whatever the options are there, we are going to get the same options. So go to these Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. I hope you are good with this list of. Is that was clear? Am I clear with this? Right. Now I am going to payment. Here also I am creating one more pick list field. New pick list. Next. Next. We had payments. This is how we got it. Now I can go to global pick list set. Delete Pune. Delete the Pune. When I deleted the Pune, right? So I can control the values from the global pick list set. So wherever I am using, use the global pick list set. The same options will be there in every field. I can add a new field there. I can add a new option. I can remove a existing option. Are you clear? When you want the same set of options to be available in multiple pick list field, we will create those options like a pick list set. Right. Now, if you want to add any option or remove the option, go to the pick list set, add the option, remove the option. Are you clear? Am I clear with this? Right. Now, what is the point here? Pick list set. Pick list set. If you want to have same set of option on multiple fields, if you want to have same set of options on multiple fields, then we will use we will create those options as pick list set and use them. How do you create? Setup. Then we had build, create, pick list set. Enter the option. Right. Now what should I do? Steps to create a pick list. How do you create? Step number 1. Choose the data type as enter the field name. Choose global pick list set. option. Choose the pick list set name. Next. Next. This is how we are creating. So choose the data type as pick list. Enter the field name. Choose the global pick list set option. While creating a pick list field, what is the property we have followed? New pick list set, pick list. Next, enter the pick list name. Use global pick list value set. Choose the pick list set name. Next, save. Or else, what is the other option? Enter the values. You can enter your own values. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Okay. Now, how do you create a multi-select pick list? Go to the now a new. Then I have multi-select pick list. Next, languages. Now I give a couple of languages alphabetically. Next, it is also created just like a pick list only. When you go to customer, now we are able to select more than one option today. I hope you are good with this format. Right. So pick list and multi-select pick list. Anyone has any query on this format? Okay. Now, once the pick list is created, if you want to add any new options or remove the existing option, how will you do that? You have created a pick list. Later on, I decided to add a couple of new options. We already created a pick list. I want to remove some of the options. How will you handle this? So go to the object. We are finding the list of fields. These are the list of fields. In this, what is the pick list field? City is the pick list field. Select this. Now when you select this, we are finding the list of options, right? Values you are finding. We are able to see the list of options. Click on edit. Okay. Now open this. We are able to see. Now why you are not able to add any other things? Because these people are not assigned these values. They have gone to the global pick list set. They added the option. So you cannot add options here directly. If you take a global pick list set, you cannot add options directly in the city. You have to go to that particular field, add the option. Okay. But if you look at any other field, what is the other field? Type. Type is a pick list. Go to this type. Now what you are finding here? New, reorder, replace. Click on. We are able to add new options. Right? If you want, I can delete or deactivate this option. So on the existing pick list field, you can add a new options, remove the options, or you can deactivate the options as per your choice. I hope you are good with this example. Everyone is fine? Good with this example? Right. Okay. So let us go to creation of one more pick list field. Now overall final conclusion. Tell me, how do you create? Setup, build, create, object, choose the course, the customer, new, pick list, Marthali, Shivajinagar. I gave a couple of places here. Now understand the concept clearly. We went to customers, clicked on new. So what we are getting here? City, places, Bangalore. But what places are coming? All the places are coming. Why I want all the places? If I select Bangalore, only Bangalore places has to come. If I select Chennai, only Chennai places has to come. Are you getting my point? So what is this? Based on the option what I selected. Now I want to control the options. Based on the option what I given. If I select Chennai, only Chennai places has to come. If I select Bangalore, only Bangalore places has to come. Only Chennai places and Bangalore places has to come. Now look at this. So what is your intention? Your intention is based on this field, value of this field should be modified. So one field is trying to control value of another field. If one field is trying to control the value of another field, we call this concept as field dependency. What is this concept called? Field dependency. When the value of one field trying to control the value of another field, we call it as field dependency. I hope everyone is good with this. Okay. Now look at this quick example. Field dependency. If the value of one field try to controls value of another field, we call it as field dependency. If the value of one field controls the value of another field, we call it as field dependency. If the value of one field controls the value of another field, if the value of one field controls the value of another field, we call it as field dependency. Controlling field can be checkbox or pick list. Which field can be a controlling field? Checkbox field or a pick list. Checkbox field and a pick list field. Controlling field can be a checkbox or a pick list. Now, in case if we choose pick list as a controlling field, in case if we choose pick list as a controlling field, then it cannot have more than 300 options. If you choose pick list as a controlling field, it cannot have more than 300 options. If you choose pick list as a controlling field, I told you can go with a checkbox or a pick list. If you choose pick list as a controller, it cannot have more than 300 options. Okay. Now what is the next one we had? Dependency field. What is the dependency field? Dependency field. What is the dependency field? This will specify. Okay. This field can be pick list field or multi-select pick list field. Dependency field. This field can be a pick list field or a multi-select pick list field. Dependency field can be a pick list field or a multi-select pick list field. So let me show you an example of it. So if you want to take controlling field, it has to be a pick list or checkbox field. If you want to go with a dependency field, it can be a pick list or multi-select. Let us take a quick example of this. Now look at this. Setup, build, create, objects, choose the object. Then we are clicking on what? But besides that, what are you finding? Field dependency. Click on the field dependency. Then new field dependency. Then now look at this. Controlling field. Active, which is a checkbox. City, which is a pick list. Own house, which is a checkbox. Look at this, you find. City, pick list. Places, pick list. Type, pick list. So what fields you came? Checkbox or pick list. Now I have chosen city. Dependent, city, pick list. Languages, multi-select. Places, pick list. Type, pick list. I have chosen places. Now, these are the controlling options. These are the dependent option. So, Bangalore, Martali. So, which option you want to display? Select them. Chennai. So, Tambaram, Rompe. So, we have Hyderabad. We have SR Nagar. So, I have only 3 options. Only 3 options I have. Okay. Now, this is how I went. I selected. Then go to customer. Now, what is the place? None. Bangalore. Right? So, the value of one field is controlling the value of another field, which we are calling as field dependency. So, here I am able to give here. Steps to create field dependency. Setup, build, create, objects, object name, field dependency, step number 1, choose the controller, Number 2, choose the dependent field. I hope you are clear with this. Then include the option for the controller. Include the options for the controller. Include the options for the controller. I hope you are good with this format. So when one field is trying to control the option of another field, we call it as field dependency. Controlling field can be a pick list field or a checkbox field. If you choose pick list field as a controller, it can have up to 300 options. Now dependent field, it can be a pick list field or a multi-select pick list field. Right, boss? Any other query from your end? I can have A to B, B to C. I can have A to B, B to C. Or else I can have A to B, A to C. Are you clear about this? People are good with this relation? So creation of fields and field dependency. Now we had one more different data type which is called text encrypted. This is also different format of field. Till now whatever we covered, everyone is good with that? Fine? Okay. Let us go to the next type of the data type which is called text encrypted. What is this text encrypted? Now in the Gmail you forgot your password. When you reset the password, what they will send? Your registered mobile number is 9xxxx02 or your registered email ID is abc *** something. Am I right? Or else when you withdraw the money from ATM *** last 2 digits, right? What was that? The data is encrypted and saved. When you say password, look at the point. There is a difference between password and encrypted data. I have a form like this. I have a tape. Name, password. Name, phone number, password. I entered a passport. Now, when I save the data, how this data is saved? Password when I am entering, it will not be displayed. But when it is saved to database, it will be saved. Password, Satish. When it is saved to database, it will be saved in the original format. When I say encrypted field, now when you say password, while entering it will not be shown. But in the database, what will be saved here? The original format of the data will be saved. When I say text encrypted, while you are entering the data, you can see it. Once it is saved, it will be encrypted and saved in the database so that nobody can see the data in original format. Now let us say banking application is there. Your online passwords are there. Your ATM PIN numbers are there. The staff cannot see the data. If I am a clerk, when I open your details, I will not be able to see your password or PIN code, PIN number. It should be given as ****. Right? Because it is a sensitive data. When it is a sensitive data, while saving the data to database, the data has to be saved in encrypted format, then I am going to use text encrypted. What is the data type? Text encrypted. Have you got the point? When you are going for a sensitive data, it has to be saved in the encrypted format. Then we are going for text encrypted. Now, who can see the data in original format? Nobody will be seeing, including the administrator cannot see. Who can see this data in original format? No one will be able to see. I can modify. Click on edit and modify. Click on edit and modify, but still you cannot see in original format. Okay. Are you clear? Now let me create one field for understanding. New. What is the data type we had? Then they ask, mask with what? Star or X? I told some X. Mask all the characters. Different styles are there. You choose whatever you want. In which format you want to display. Right? Now I have chosen this. Next. Next. Now, how do you create a record? Tell me now. Go to the tab, new, enter the data. Now, some we are giving here. I am giving some data here. When I save this data, how this data is shown? So the data is encrypted and saved. If I want to try to modify, it will accept, but original data will not be displayed. You enter the new data, it will take it, but old data you cannot see in original format. Are you getting my point? So how the data is stored? Encrypted and saved. Are you clear? If you want to mask any data and save it, we will go for text encrypted. So let me give you the data type. Text encrypted. What is text encrypted? If you want to save any sensitive data, we use text encrypted. If you want to save any sensitive data, we use a text encrypted data type. Data will be saved in the encrypted format. No one, no user, by default, no user can see the data in the virtual format. If you want to grant an access, to view the data in original format, to see the data in the original format. In the profile, we have to give grant access, view encrypted data permission. So by default, nobody can see the data in original format. If you want to give that permission, if you want anybody to see the data in original format, if you want to see the data in original format, if you want to show the data in original format, then I have to go for what? Then I have to go for giving. View encrypted data. In the profile, if I give a permission, view encrypted data. If I give that permission, data will be shown to you in original format. By default, nobody can send. By default, nobody can see. If you want to see the data in original format, we have to enable. Right, boss? We have to enable an option called view encrypted data. By default, nobody can see in original format. If I want to show the data in original format, we have to enable an option called view encrypted data permission. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now, what is the length of the data? Maximum length of the data is 175 characters. Maximum length of the data is 175 characters. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Right, boss? So this is how we are creating. So by now we got a clarity about basic data types of a field. So look at this. Out of this, if you have any queries, let me know. Checkbox, currency, date, date time, email. Geolocation is what? Your longitude and latitude. Number, percent, phone, pick list, multi-select, text, text area, long, rich, encrypted, time, URL of your website. Now these options are clear. All these are what? Data types. So what is the steps involved for creating the field? Setup, build, create, object, custom fields and relations, new, choose the data type. Second step, enter the field name. Third step, next, save. If you create the fields using schema builder, the fields will not be displayed on output screen. There is a different format to show that. So tomorrow I will show you how to show the fields on UI. Right? Is that was clear for everyone? Right. Now look at this.